Welcome to Epicor Eclipse ERP Price Maintenance Report Series. This presentation covers the Customer Pricing Proof Report. This is a simple, useful report that I use in the contract maintenance process. So after I've made an update to a contract, I'll run the pricing proof on it just as a quick spot check to make sure I got the numbers in the right place before I call it done. Normally I don't export this as a spreadsheet. Normally I just view it in the hold file or download as a text file. The report does have some deficiencies in that it's only going to show product descriptions. It's not going to show catalog numbers unless it's in the description or the record ID or the UPC code. I like to see those in reports because it confirms 100% that the product I think I'm looking at is really the product. But honestly, I've never seen a case where I've gotten those confused in a contract, so it's not a big deal. This particular report has a pretty short set of parameters, so there's not a whole lot to get lost in. So for our example here, we're going to run a customer pricing proof against a contract. As we mentioned in other presentations, in Eclipse, a contract starts as a customer record, and then you build a pricing matrix around that customer record, and then you can assign that pricing matrix to other customer records. So when you create a contract in Eclipse in our system, you go into customer maintenance. I know that seems insane, and all of my customer records that are contracts start with the name ACON for ACON, a contract. So that's the nomenclature there, and hopefully that gives you some explanation. Anyway, so we do a customer pricing proof against a specific customer record, which is a contract. You don't print all price lines because you want to capture the matrix that's been just assigned specifically to just that customer record. Showing GP is nice. And this example here, this particular contract is a hard dollar value contract. You're not ever supposed to do these things in Eclipse. Everybody wants to do them in Eclipse. The dictates of the market, I guess. So what you're seeing here, when you actually read the report, when you see all contract pricing matrices, when you create them, they have to have a basis entry. But they may or may not use that entry. So in this case, when you're reading the view here, you're seeing the product description. You're seeing the basis as calc costs. But as soon as you look at formula and you see a dollar sign, that dollar sign tells you that it's ignoring basis. It's just saying, oh, in this case, this is a hard dollar price. And then you have your effective dates, you have your average costs, and your anticipated GP for selling it at that dollar value. The customer pricing proof does not export into Excel beautifully, but it does fairly well with a minimum of cleanup. And here's the standard process you see for going into your hold file, selecting download, picking a tab separated delimiter export, and then going into Excel and doing an import on the tab format. And then you do a little minor cleanup, and that gives you your set of data if you want to do an Excel VLOOKUP and match up to other things. Just for kicks, I ran a variation of the customer pricing proof, running it against a actual for real customer instead of just a contract customer record. And interestingly, of course, set it for all price lines. And what it does is it spits out the information on the price class pricing matrix that's assigned to that customer. It's probably not at all particularly helpful. In case you're wondering what that does, that's what it does. And this completes our presentation on the Customer Pricing Proof Report. Thank you for your attention, and as always, I am Doug Fashing.